So I think that we're going to go from a time where somebody is able to tell you and coach you through to actually doing something for you. And what I mean by that is inside of business mentorship for the last 12 years, almost everything that I've done is, hey, here's how you do this thing. Here's how this framework works. Here's how this thing works. And then I would mentor and coach people through being able to actually strategize it and implement it in these different types of things. And I think the entire model is about to change, not just for me, but for you. So if you're somebody that helps somebody, whether it's in service or whether it's as a coach or a mentor, a business mentor, or whatever, I think your model is going to look like done for you or done with you far more than ever before. And it makes sense, right? And so in the past, when someone came to me and let's just use a marketing funnel as an example. Like when somebody came to me and I helped them plan a marketing funnel, it was, let's go through your business strategy first. Let's go through who you are. Let's go through what possible options, and let's kind of go through all the different pieces and parts. And then let's understand what actually makes the most sense for you, and then what you can actually build and what's going to be able to make it so that you can kind of go in between short-term and long-term cash flow. So you can take this model on every single thing inside a business, but let's just utilize a marketing funnel to be able to talk about this today. So in the past, normally someone building a marketing funnel, can you do it in a weekend? Yeah, absolutely. But if you never actually built a really great marketing funnel before, it's going to take quite a bit of time. And so what would happen, depending on the size of the business, is on the lower side of the business, it would take a lot of time because the person's so caught up in the business. In the larger business, it's going to take so much time because so many people are involved and so many pieces are involved. So in both places, in both times, it would be very rare to see somebody go from strategy to implementation to results very, very quickly. And so, and really the only ways you had to really do this is either A, learn it yourself, B, fail forward, C, hire a marketing agency. And there was kind of pros and cons with all of them. And so when I generally would get somebody and I was helping them, let's just say on a marketing funnel, generally speaking, they've tried the other things and it didn't work for them for lots of different reasons. Or they said, hey, I want to go with someone that has helped build thousands of funnels and helped all these businesses be able to have marketing that was actually effective. Now, when someone came to me and I was helping them, it would kind of go into a place where there was somewhere between 2 to 6 weeks to dial in strategy, and then anywhere from like 2 weeks to 3 months to actually implement it, and then another probably month to 3 months to be able to optimize it. So you're talking about 6 months. And I've always thought that that's wild. I always thought that that's crazy, right? But again, we're talking about something that someone's never done before and never done successfully before, most of the time. And I've watched that model vanish. And the model's vanished because I could no longer look you in the eyes and say that that is the best way to do it. And I could never sell you that that's the best way to do it because that's not the reality anymore. And it doesn't matter if it's marketing or if it's sales or operations or delivery or finance, like every pillar besides mindset. So every strategic and intellectual pillar, artificial intelligence, if you take the tools, scaling agents, if you take all the different pieces, all the things that I help entrepreneurs with, and lots of others as well, it's just better. And it's better for a lot of reasons, but the biggest part is that it condenses time. So what I've started doing when somebody comes to me and I'm helping them, instead of being in a place where I just tell them what to do, I'm now in a place where the AI that I've built, I can just do it for them, right? So I can just build the marketing funnel for them because of the fact of my intellectual property and everything that I've learned and the fact that the AI can build it and it needs a little tiny bit of help there and here. And the truth of the matter is, when someone came to me to learn how to build a marketing funnel, they don't care about how to build a marketing funnel. They're not obsessed about a marketing funnel. They want more revenue. They want safety, security, certainty. They don't care about what a marketing funnel, how it looks, what it looks, that it looks great, all they really care is about their business and how their business impacts their life. And so I've seen this impact every single pillar of the business. And of course, I knew this was happening, which is why I've been building AI so deeply and so quickly, because I know that if you compare, hey, do you want to learn about it and mentor about it and coach about it and do calls with it? Or do you just want the thing? You're going to take, I just want the thing 1,000 times over, even if it costs more. And in this case, it can even cost less. And so I think that if you're anybody that helps somebody right now, and you are not figuring out how to make it so that you can just make it done for the person, that's going to evaporate and be gone. Like AI will eat that for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I've realized this. I've seen it. It is what it is. Because when I go to somebody and I say, hey, instead of me teaching you how to, instead of, in the past, like let's say 5 years ago, I taught somebody, hey, here's how email marketing works. Here's how this part works. Here's how all of these different pieces work, right? And then here's how to all do it. You're talking 50 hours. And then you're talking about group calls and one-on-one calls and all these types of things. It's all eliminated. You don't need it anymore. But here's the thing that someone's still going to need for a long time, and I don't think this is going to change anytime soon. They do need the upfront strategy to know what actually makes sense. AI doesn't do a great job at that yet. AI does a really great job once you understand the strategy, and it understands the strategy, and it's trained and has the right logic board and the right elements and pieces inside. And that's, of course, what we do with the online business scaling suite and online business scaling agents. And then when it comes to the mindset, the energetics, the nervous system, the entrepreneur, being able to allow and have a person that can build the capacity to hold the system. That's never going away. And of course, AI can help with that, but it's not the end all with that. And so for myself, as well as anybody that's helping other people, my belief is your real secret sauce is at the very, very beginning of a strategy and throughout being able to help somebody when it comes to the mindset, energetics, nervous system, and all that side of who somebody is as an entrepreneur. Everything else is obsolete. And most people don't realize how obsolete it is. Most people don't realize the capacity and the capability of what's already here because it's not widely distributed just yet. So if you're somebody that helps people in that way, it could be a mentorship coach, even in the service business, and you're not deep down the rabbit hole of this, and you're not leading it, I can't see any reason why you wouldn't stop everything and focus on this. Because in a year from now, when people have the opportunity to get the result without having to go through the process, they're going to always take the result.